So you're talking about business. Now, for someone who wants to start their business, what is the best way to go about it?
I will tell you as it is. How much have you got in your bank account? Because when you start your business and you've left the job, for example, you've got to say to yourself, how am I paying for my rent, my mortgage, my food, my bills, my transport, my children, my brother, my aunt, my sisters. So let's say you took £2,000 home a month, each month. Where is your business going to find £2,000 to start with, let alone marketing, sales, production, services, networking, moving around? So think about your bank balance. Once you think you've got a bank balance, which is sustainable for a period of time, so the minimum you should have in your bank is 6 months of worth of being able to live if you have no wage, in the first instance. And then the real answer to your question is, what are you actually trying to do? What market are you trying to get into? Who's doing it? Who's doing it as well as you want it to be done or better? How can you compare and contrast? What research have you done? And when I say research, what deep research have you done? I tell you what, I made a big mistake. I went to set up my business in anger. Third time I got sacked in my 30 years. So I just bowled out there and said, yeah, myself, it's not a problem, bang. Did no research, did not have a plan, and just went for it. But I was determined and had some money, and I made mistakes and got over it. If you want to do it properly, look at your bank balance, look at what you want to do, have a plan. And then ask the questions, who's doing it as well? How can I do it better? And take small steps towards that big goal. You're not going to do it overnight. You're not. Bezos, who owns Amazon, started in his garage and went slowly. Tesla, they all started slowly. You can't do it overnight. But in today's world, you've got enough tools, and research tools in particular, and support networks to ask the question. That was a long answer. So let me paraphrase it for you. Have purpose, know your bank balance, have a dream, have a plan, and take small steps to execute that plan. Yeah?
Okay. Does that answer your question, first of all? Yeah? Is the fish on any?
Yes. It is indeed. So where are you located again?
Well, first of all, sorry, Sister. First of all, thank you, brother, Uncle Bayo. I appreciate that. I say brother because I'm probably old enough. Everything which you said is just on that frequency to articulate it as you did is what I'm trying to get to that stage. But my question is more deeper into yourself. What are the books or book that gave you this momentum, or would you say it's foundational, so that I can go to? And if you can share, like, your mentor, who was your mentor, is what I would like to know. I always want to know, when I see someone who's doing the works, who inspired you, is all I want to know.
Okay, my dad. Bless his cotton stocks. He died in 2003. He would not know what I'm doing now. But growing up, I'm Nigerian, if you didn't know that already. Education, education, education. He put us through school, and he said to us, you've got a brain, but you now need to think about part 2 to your life. Because you will never ever continue working in the space you're working if you don't have a part 2. And I didn't take that on board. I didn't. What was a part 2? He said, do something else to back you up. Be a handyman, electrician, do something else. And it was not until his death, 10 years later, and then my first coach, that made me realize that there is more to me than what society has given me. And you've got to take a risk and believe in yourself to take that risk, that leap of faith.
Yeah.
But you manage that risk by understanding what you have as your foundation. Your family, your friends, your foe, those who don't like you. you need to know who they are. Because they're the ones you do not want to go to tell what you're going to do. And if you do tell them, you don't want to hear, oh, you're not going to do that, they're no good. Just know that they will, but you have families and friends. I can't remember books to save my life, but there's books galore. Okay, here's one, E-Myth. Who's the author?
Michael Gerber.
Michael Gerber. Gerber. It's called E-Myth. And basically talks about what you need to think about when setting a business. The pillars of setting a business, the foundations. And I have articulated all of those. But to answer your question, sir, my mentor was my dad, my first coach, and life. I've made many mistakes, but I've learned from them, and I have many dreams, which I shall follow in my good time.